everyone. My name is Brother Peter Tabichi, the winner of the Global Teacher Prize 2019. I want to thank the State of Education of Netherlands for giving me this opportunity to share my story. But at the same time, it is an opportunity for me to learn. As I share the number of things I have to go back and research on, so which means I'm learning, because education is a lifelong process. On my background, I was raised up in a humble background in some part of Kenya called Kisii, which is in Africa. Our family lived in a mud house just outside that area, southern western Kenya. And much of our food came from our own garden. And we had to work to make it possible for us to have food on the table. And then access to quality education was not always easy. And we had to struggle. We had to work hard in order for us to have access to quality education. And for instance, we had to work for long distance, including my own brothers and sisters. And my own father was also a teacher, and they used to encourage us, motivate us, that we have to, despite the fact that we are going through many challenges, we have to remember to work hard and that our future is bright. And we went through a number of challenges, and I happened to lose my mother at the age of 11. It was not easy for the family. It was not easy for me, but we had to persevere those challenges. And the fact that my father was a teacher was a great inspiration. And we had to learn many lessons from him. He used to be a good teacher. And you know, myself, I liked that. I said that when I grow up, I want to be a teacher, because he used to teach not only just academic knowledge, but also life skills and practical ways on how to live, how to be a leader, how, you know, learning value system, how to respect other people, how to have perseverance, how to have compassion. And I can say that he was very dedicated with this work. He had passion and humility in all that he was doing. And he was very much respected in his work, all that he was doing. And this convinced me that teaching was the most important job I could do. And I've been a teacher for the last 12 years. I've worked in Kenya, in Uganda, and different schools, and I've interacted with students and teachers and educators, and I've seen how beautiful education can be, how talented people are, and how, you know, how talented young people are. And I've realized that every child has a gift. Every child is gifted as talent. It's just as teachers, we have to go out and do the best that we can be to give them, you know, support that they need for them to shine. So we need to have that mind that every child is gifted. And that's what has been guiding me in all that I'm doing, that every child is talented, and it's up to us to give them that support that they need. And that education should not be a matter of just luck, just like myself. You know, I wasn't sure of how my future will be. I didn't know that right now I'll be a teacher. Right now I'll be addressing the educators in Netherlands. I didn't know and I didn't have any idea about Zoom, that I'll be using the top technology to address many people. But through that dedication, passion, and you know, being given support from the teachers around me, including my own father, this has come to happen. And therefore, that's why I'm saying that education should be a birthright. It should be a right for every child, and every child deserves to get quality education. It's not just only for the few, those who come from well-to-do families. It should be something that every child should be given a chance to have access to quality education. Right now, I'm in teaching at Carico Mixed Day Secondary School. This is a sub-county school, public school located in the Rift Valley part of Kenya. And it has the students, right now it has a students population of 560 students, both boys and girls, and they are all the scholars. They come from diverse cultural and religious backgrounds. And we have some sort of diversity in that we receive both low and high achievers. We have limited resources. There's overcrowded, the classrooms are overcrowded. And then we have shortage of teachers from the other years. But right now I'm saying that so much has happened after winning the Global Teacher Prize. There's been poor internet, food insecurity. We used to have students, who come to school on an empty stomach, going through many challenges, and the domestic violence, what they go through, at home, and coming to school with all of those challenges. You can imagine what the kind of learning, the way they will be able to go. It would be very hard for them to learn in class. So, but it's now up to us to give them the best that we can be, giving them hope, inspiring them that despite the fact that they are going through these challenges, they can shine. They have the best. And this is what we have been doing to give them the confidence, to make them, have the creativity that they need, support them with the, the skills like learning to work together, collaboration, and all of that, the critical thing, and really be able to, learn not just the academic knowledge, but also really learn how to be good leaders. And that's why I've been engaging the students in various activities by creating clubs like the science clubs, the peace club, the talent nurturing club. So I introduced the science club because it was a great way of supporting their creativity, because they have to solve problems. They have to identify problems around their environment and try to get solutions. So in the process, their creativity is really improved. And then at the same time, they have to work together. It's not just, they don't work as individuals on these science projects. So they have to work together. So in the process, they learn teamwork, they learn to collaborate. And then the other thing is they have to learn how to present the ideas to us, as there was their patron and the other teachers. So they have to learn how to express themselves and make a presentation. So in the process, they learn their communication skills. And then we also have the Peace Club. Peace Club is a way of uniting them, because the students, they come from diverse backgrounds. We have boys, we have both genders and girls. We have students from different religions. We have students from majority, as they come from very humble backgrounds, but we have a few who come from well-to-do families, but very few. Majority, over 95%, are from very humble backgrounds. Many challenges that we go through, and I've seen the same happening with my students. Even when I joined the school back in the year 2015, 2016, I witnessed the many challenges which they were going through. But I strongly believed that there is a solution to every problem. I can't just watch my students suffering, going through tough times, and then letting them just continue doing, facing the same challenges. So as teachers, we are considered to be, problem solvers, finding solutions to which the society is facing. And that's exactly what I was inspired to do, believing that, having that believe that all of us are problem solvers. So I was trying to think of the best way possible on how to help give them support, giving them confidence, raising their service team. Because I made an observation that their service team was low because of their backgrounds, walking to school, going through so many challenges. Their service team was low. And also majority were low achievers. So I had to convince them that despite the fact that they are going through so many challenges, despite the fact that they are, they are performing lowly, they still have something to do, something to offer in life. They have talents, they have gifts, and therefore that's what I was doing to unlock their potential, unlock, nurturing their talents. And that's why I was engaging them in science clubs, in peace club, and the talent nurturing clubs, to giving them support for them to have hope that they still have something, there's space, they have gifts which can make them shine and, be able to do something in the society. And therefore, it means as teachers, we have to believe in the ability of our students, the ability of our children, and they just need our support. You may get a student who is, wonderful and is very bright and but if the student is not given that support, within a very short time, they'll not be able to shine, they'll not be able to do their best. So they need us to give them support that they need, for them to have that confidence and give them the right, read them in the right way, have the necessary skills, be able to, they have to learn how to work together, learn about collaboration, learn about creativity, learn about communication, critical thinking, all of this. It's us to teach them. And therefore, you cannot just teach them by theory, mentioning them to, you have to learn how to collaborate, how to be creative. You don't just mention to them, but you engage them in these activities. And therefore, that's why I've seen so many of them getting inspired, and including even girls. Girls are like known to, shy away from when it comes to science, mathematics, and all of that. But now, when they were able to see that they still have the ability to do so well in science projects and even better than boys, it gave them that confidence. And the other thing I think that as educators we need to do is going above and beyond, the lecturing, just the teaching, the responsibility, what is within our job description. Yes, we are supposed to prepare the lessons plans, and we are supposed to correct the books. We are supposed to, lecture, but we need to go above and beyond that. I believe that as teachers, we have a duty to give the best to our children, to transform the society, to go above and beyond the classroom teaching, and give the best not only to the students but even to the community. And for the students, they also need to believe that they have the gifts, they have the talents, they have the best that they can be. Let them get all the necessary mentorship and work as a team with their fellow students, and they'll be able to shine. And everyone in the society has that role to play. The educators, people are funding education, all of that, they need to play their part. We need to pull our hands together to support each other. I'm very sure so much can be achieved, because you can't leave this one to teachers. Even the parents, they also need to come in, and everyone in the society to play their role. And I'm very sure education is really going to make life change and we're going to build future leaders who will be able to transform the society through their gifts, through what they can be, through their professions. Maybe it could be pilots or doctors, could have counselors, so scientists, all of that. So let's everyone play his or her own role, and the community is going to be transformed. Thank you.